Hello, this is Sandeep Unnithan and welcome to Defense Deep Dive. Imagine an Indian fighter jet like the Tejas or the Sukhoi Su-30 Mki flying over Delhi and shooting down an enemy fighter near Chandigarh, over 300 kilometers away. Well, India has taken big steps in developing such very long-range air-to-air missiles. It's called the Gandiva, and it's among the world's longest range air-to-air missiles. It's comparable to or exceeding systems like the European Meteor, China's PL-17 missile, and Russia's R-37M missile. Let's dive in. India has already inducted its own long-range beyond visual range missile or BVR missile, the Astra Mk-3. Now, the Astra uses solid-fueled rockets to power it to a range of 120 kilometers. The Astra Mk-2 is under development. It has a range of 240 kilometers and it uses a dual-thrust pulsed rocket motor. Now, a dual-thrust pulsed rocket motor has two distinct phases of acceleration. It has a high-thrust boost followed by a lower thrust sustain or terminal pulse. Now, this technology increases range, it extends flight time and significantly improves terminal maneuverability against targets. It often uses segmented propellant grains isolated by a barrier. That's the tech of it. Now, the Astra Mk-3, it's also known as the Gandiva, uses a different technology to achieve very long ranges. It uses what is known as solid fuel ducted ramjet technology. What is this technology? Well, most missiles use rocket engines that carry both fuel and oxidizer. Now, this limits their range and speed. But SFDR technology is different. It's a type of ramjet propulsion. Now, ramjets, as we know, scoop up oxygen from the air as they fly at supersonic speeds, mixing it with fuel for combustion, which means you don't need to carry heavy oxidizers on board. Now, the solid fuel part means it uses a solid fuel propellant that's easier to store and handle than liquid rocket fuel. Now, ducted in the SFDR refers to the air intake design that makes it more efficient. Now, on the 3rd of February this year, the DRDO successfully tested a solid fuel ducted ramjet from the interim test range in Chandipur. Now, all subsystems, including the nozzle-less booster, the solid fuel ducted ramjet motor, and the fuel flow controller performed as per expectations. This rocket was initially propelled by a ground booster motor to the desired Mach number. Now, this missile was tested using a booster, but this booster will not be required when it is actually launched from a fast-moving fighter jet. The missile is called the Gandiva after Arjuna's bow in the Mahabharata. Now, this missile has a range of up to 340 kilometers when launched from high altitudes of over 20,000 meters. Now, this range drops to around 190 kilometers at lower altitudes of under 8,000 meters. This missile has a sustained supersonic flight that's capable of reaching up to Mach 4 in its terminal phase. It has mid-course updates via two-way data link from launching aircraft or AWNC platforms. It has a terminal active radar homing seeker, which is possibly advanced indigenous GAN-based ISR seekers. It has features like very strong resistance to electronic countermeasures or ECCM. It is highly maneuverable. It has a high angle of attack of up to 20 degrees and a 10-kilometer snap-up, snap-down envelope for engaging targets, significantly above or below the launching aircraft. Now, this missile is designed to engage highly maneuverable fighters, stealth aircraft, strategic bombers, AWACS, aerial refueling tankers, transport aircraft at extremely long ranges. Now, the next stage of tests for this missile will be what is known as captive carriage and integration trials on aircraft, most likely the Sukhoi 30 Mki. Now, there will be live fire and full envelope trials planned soon, and the missile could be inducted as early as 2029 or in the early 2030s. The Gandiva thus is a major technological leap for India in ramjet-powered BVR missiles. It will significantly boost the IAF's standoff air combat and area denial capabilities against both Pakistan and China.